I feel challenged to be part of a youth that has no identity or sense of belonging.
I feel left out.
I feel like I miss out on opportunities.
I have a right to shelter.
I have a right to education, employment opportunities, and I also have a right to vote.
I have a right to information.
I have a right to security.
Haki means my fundamental rights as a Kenyan.
Democracy is defined as a rule of majority, where the majority have their say and get their way, economically, socially, and politically. Kenya's youth feel that their country caters to the needs of the wealthy minority and dismiss those of the wise majority. Amkeni Wakenya has been working to serve this majority.
Amkeni Wakenya is a program under the United Nations Development Program that supports issues of democracy and governance. Kwetu Training Center is a beneficiary of the program, through which we have been supporting communities to understand their economic, social, and cultural rights.
The program targeted 3 divisions of Kilifi County in coastal Kenya. These were Bamba, Chonyi, and Kikambala. It aimed to raise awareness of human rights and governance, particularly among women, children, and people with disabilities.
Women and youth are the majority in the population. As you know, the new constitution requires public participation in passing of any bill. So whenever we are called to invite public forums for participation, you find from the attendance list, women and youth are the majority.
Being a capacity enhancement program, we have been building awareness among the communities on what these rights are through dialogue forums, engaging whom we call duty bearers. These are the leaders who are responsible for enabling the communities to have economic rights and social facilities.
Since May 2010, Kwetu has been training the youth in Kilifi County on local governance issues. They were involved in several activities, one of which saw them elect their leaders in free and fair elections.
Tunaona ya kwamba vijana wameweza kubakishwa nyuma, hawajahusishwa. Kila siku tumekuwa tukisikia hata kwa habari ya kwamba vijana ni viongozi wa kesho. Na hiyo kesho imekuwa haifiki. Kwa hivyo tunataka kuanzia katika village level, kijana awe na say na aweze kusikika katika maamuzi yote yanayofanyika kutoka kwa kile kijiji anapoishi.
The program helped the youth to delve into sensitization, the roles of government agencies, accountability, the new constitution, types of government, the importance of electing the right leaders, and transparency in elections.
Tunajaribu kuwatayarisha vijana ili wawe na ile ari ya kwamba kesho yake wawe watakuwa viongozi wetu, wasiwe ni wa vijana tu wa kurandaranda mitaani na kukula unga wa madawa ya kulevya na hali kadhalika.
As District Officer Festus Munyao explained, the youth represent the future of Kenya.
What matters most is the ideology of the youth, and this is what the government is trying to tap in the day-to-day planning, so that whatever infrastructure putting in place as a government, it's sustainable, because the youth are here to stay for a longer period, the elderly people, and this is actually the strength of the nation.
A public forum at the Mtwapa Chief's office was a chance for the newly trained youth to come face to face with the elected officials. While being constantly reminded that they are the leaders of tomorrow, the youth ask in return, how are we expected to lead if we are not educated on leadership? A local representative from the advisory committee reminded participants that it's down to them to put their knowledge and skills to good use.
Mambo mingi katika nchi hii, na katika hii katiba mpya kuna kitu inaitwa access to information. Kuambiwa tu ni kitu moja, lakini wewe kama vijana bila ambao utafanya na hiyo mafunzo vijieni, Kenya yeni popote, ni sisi ambao tutazaliwa na tutakufa siku moja. So ni sisi kama vijana kusema miaka ambao Mungu ametupatia ni kufanya nini, na hii mafunzo yote umepewa.
On completion of their training, participants received certificates from Kwetu directors. After just 2 years, the human rights training has already brought about positive change in some of the communities trained by Kwetu. One youth group in Bamba have successfully lobbied for the installation of clean water pumps and pipelines to their village. Another village now has a finished nursery for the benefit of the whole community.
Beyond that, we are also engaging with school hockey clubs. These are clubs within primary schools that are enabled to understand the same human rights, economic, social and cultural rights, and also children's rights. We believe if this is embedded within the children early enough, they will know this as they grow up. They'll be able to know what are their rights, what are their duties and responsibilities as citizens, and what also to expect from their leaders and the government.
Shauri Moyo School in Kikambala Division was one of the 10 schools selected to host the hockey clubs. The students are taught about Article 53 of the Constitution, which enshrines the fundamental rights of all children in Kenya. The students reinforce their new knowledge by composing poems and songs and by performing role plays in which they demand their rights.
Elimu ni muhimu kwa vijana kama sisi. Tufanye nini tupate kuepuka? Elimu ni muhimu kwa vijana kama sisi. Tufanye nini tupate kuepuka?
The music and songs and the drama, they attract the attention of the audience, so they make the follow-up. They also entertain.
Ni mzima, Yesu ni mwema. Yesu ni mwema, amenibariki. Yesu ni mwema, amenibariki. Nikarufika mbinguni kwa uwezo wake Yesu. Mungu ni mwema.
The music, the songs and the drama, they are good methods of teaching because they capture the interest of the audience rather than books.
Performing in front of their peers also builds confidence and self-awareness, skills needed for good advocacy.
I feel that what really is important that they really are to take from the club is the ability to be able to realize what they really are, that which belongs to them by right, and being able to stand for that.
Nataka kuelimishwa elimu iliyo bora. Nataka kuzendusha ya dunia na ahera. Nataka kuelimishwa ili niweze bora. Sitaki kunyanyaswa na hasa kubaguliwa. Sitaki jakubakwa, maisha kuharibika. Sitaki kunyanyaswa na haki kubaguliwa.
Nataka zangu haki utotoni kutumiwa. Nataka nijinaki na mimi niweze kutia fora. Nataka nijinaki ya dunia na ahera. Sitaki kazi kufanya, huko ni kunionea. Sitaki kujipokonya elimu iliyo bora. Sitaki na shitaki walimwengu mwasikia.
But the impact of Hockey Club is felt beyond the classroom, in the homes and communities that the children return to. Assistant County Commissioner for Bahari Division, Josephine Njenga, says her door is always open to youth and their concerns.
Sometimes the youth have issues against my area as a duty bearer. Yeah, they have issues that they want addressed within my department, and I attend the meetings and I'm able to address.
One student from Buyuni Secondary School in Chonyi believes they have their work cut out.
As a hockey club, we have got many challenges. We lack resources, we don't have materials to write, then we would need exposure. You know, this area is Bundu, so we need maybe to go down there to express ourselves. We see and to show our colleagues there how they are conducted, maybe our fellow club members, and maybe we can get the identity material, maybe T-shirt or capes, so that even if they saw us, they're Haki Club members. So I'll be very happy. Those will motivate us.
Fellow classmate Anthony Nyale says the Haki Club has motivated him to educate his parents about their rights under the Constitution.
Maybe in my home, like my mom and my dad, they don't know their right to me, but through my education from Haki Club, I educated my parents, and I'm so happy on that. I seen a change at home.
Many of the students and teachers interviewed for this film had examples of how Haki Club has already brought about positive change.
There's a person who have 2 daughters, and because he didn't know the rights for the children, he go to the river and fetch water which is very dirty, and when come back home, he gave to that children, and the children drinking that water. I will feel very bad because there's somebody who didn't able to give her son or daughter for his rights. It can cause death for that children.
One of the parents came to report about the case of her child who was pregnant, and one of the members of the Haki Club went ahead to counsel, trying to educate that child that it is her right to education. That is just a clear evidence showing that the pupils have really changed, and even the community at large.
As Amkeni Wakenya's 3-year partnership with Kwetu comes to an end, many of the participants were vocal in their support for the program.
Kwamba tumenufaika na mengi sana kwa sababu vijana wengi walikuwa hawajihusishi na mambo ya uongozi, lakini kufikia sasa tumepata elimu ambayo imetusaidia wengi kugundua ni nafasi gani ambazo tunaweza pigania na wapi tunaweza ingilia, wapi hatuwezi ingilia.
As the patron of Shorimoyo Haki Club, I would like Amkeni Wakenya to come in to continue supporting us, because we've seen great changes to the pupils in terms of understanding human rights and also educating the community at large.
I can say that Haki Club has not done everything. They've done a magnificent thing to most of our schools, and all the Amkeni, I really give you bravo to that, and I wish you still remain into our schools, because I can see the importance of you.
My message to Amkeni Wakenya is that we have really appreciated the positive role they have played in the community. As we partner, we are going to reach a lot of people, other than if we could have done it just as a government.
I will urge my students always in their life to remove fear and to make sure that wherever they go, they demand for their rights, but not begging their rights. Yeah.